All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be talking about this fight coming up with Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul, and we've got issues, specifically one around the gloves. And also, towards the end of the video, please watch it to the end because it looks like a PBC promoter has turned coat and supported Turki Al-Sheikh in his attempt to gut the protections for fighters in the sport of boxing. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about this fight that's going to be taking place in not too long between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. Biggest thing happening in the sport of boxing right now, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, it is a big thing going on in the sport of boxing. And we have some more clarification on some rules that are going to take place during this exhibition fight. And again, I am going to also talk to you about a major bit of support for the Muhammad Ali Act that came from a PBC related promoter. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for what you do for the channel. It makes a huge difference, especially everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this. It goes a long way to helping support the channel and help us keep doing what we're doing. But let's get into this because I'm starting to get interested in this fight between Gervonta and Jake Paul. Will be held at a I don't know why they call it a catch weight of 195 pounds. And it is supposed to be 3 10-minute rounds. There is supposed to be a winner announced for the fight. Now, in exchange for there being a winner named to an exhibition fight, Gervonta Davis brought up, or his trainer brought up, issues related to the size of the gloves in the fight. Now, if you don't know how glove sizes work, different weight classes wear different size gloves. Before welterweight, they are 8-ounce gloves. After welterweight, I do believe they go up to 10-ounce gloves. And I do believe that Jake Paul wanted to contract for 12-ounce gloves. Well, it came out in the press conference when when Calvin Ford started talking that was not a request for Gervonta Davis, and that Gervonta Davis wants to wear 8-ounce gloves and let Jake Paul wear the gloves that he usually wears, because that's what the fighters in those weight classes do. Now, Ryan Garcia, when it first came out that they were going to wear these larger gloves, Ryan Garcia said, well, this is obviously going to help Jake Paul, because the bigger the punches, the bigger the gloves on Gervonta Davis, that means the less impact that there's going to be on Jake Paul. And getting hit with 8-ounce gloves, that's less padding and in the gloves, right? So it's supposed to protect your hands, but also it's going to be harder on impact, right? So obviously Jake Paul wants to limit the punching power on Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, if that's not crazy, I have never heard nothing that's crazy. You are this man is a 200-pound man fighting a guy that is probably walking around in the 140, 150-pound range. They're nowhere near the same size, nowhere near the same hands. But Jake Paul is scared of the guy fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Man, if you don't man up and let that dude get his 8-ounce gloves, you wear the gloves you're used to wearing, and let this stupid exhibition go on, bro. Because anyway it goes, like, Gervonta Davis has the absolute ability to hurt Jake Paul. And I'm telling you, man, I am not a big fan of this fight. I like Gervonta Davis, and I am not going to be engaging in a lot of criticism of Gervonta Davis for taking the fight, mainly because I just generally in my life want to be a more positive person. And the more I do boxing videos, and trust me, I've done thousands and thousands of them, you get real negative about the sport because of all of the back and forth and all of the drama. However, with this particular fight, Jake Paul is a bitch for even trying to fight a guy that small. Jake Paul is very serious in believing that he is a world-class fighter and that he is a top-level guy. If you're a top-level guy, then why would you ever even entertain a fight with a 135-pound man when you're over 200 pounds? That's just, you know what you're doing. You know that you're trying to get over on him just out of fear, out of pure size. So then if that's not enough, you want to affect the glove size for the man and try to get an advantage that way to prevent you from getting knocked out. The only thing that I like about this fight is the possibility that Gervonta Davis loses it in the ring and really starts whooping up on Jake Paul, and to be able to see the spectacle of a big loudmouth dude and I like Jake Paul as a promoter, and don't get me wrong, I know that he's promoting, but to see him put flat on his back by a guy that is 5'4" would be absolutely hilarious, man. People love to see those type of things, and you see them all over the internet where some either like an old guy, you know, there's some young dude talking smack to some old man, and the old man knows how to fight and hits him with a two-piece, or, you know, a bunch of guys run up on one dude, don't know they could fight, and all of a sudden they get whooped up. I love seeing fights like that. So you see Jake Paul trying to take advantage of little small guys like Nate Robinson, who never really fought before, and, you know, and looking for the paycheck, fighting older guys, 60-year-old Mike Tyson, and all that drama, man. Not to see him laid out unconscious, that would be worth the price of admission, even though there's not a price of admission to this fight. So for the last part of this video, I want to talk about something that I'm telling you, I told you so. When the Muhammad Ali Act, this Muhammad Ali Revival Act, was put into suggested by Turki Al-Sheikh, Dana White, and TKO. Basically, what they're trying to do is take away a lot of the protections that the Muhammad Ali Act has for boxing, and formulate something that is called a boxing organization. And the boxing organization would be able to be it basically be a big in-house, one size, you know, everything is controlled by the owner of the UFC or the owner of TKO or the boxing organization. When they laid that plan out, I said, look, man, that's not just for Turki Al-Sheikh. You're going to wind up having other people be very interested, if they have the money, to try to create that same type of structure in the sport of boxing. So it didn't surprise me at all when Tom Brown wrote a letter to the California State Athletic Commission in support of it, right? Because he is a promoter, and that is what these guys are looking to do. They're looking to take advantage of fighters, just like people in business are always looking to try to exploit their customers to the ultimate, as far as they can, to increase their profit. The same thing is going to take place with managers and boxers. Managers and promoters, they're going to want to get rid of the Ali Act, whether or not Turki Al-Sheikh is the one to create it or not, because it allows them to make more money, and it allows them to have more control over the fighters. And that's why I'm just like, you guys got to be careful when you guys open these Pandora's boxes and just say, oh, I think Turkey's the greatest thing in the world, so let's gut the Ali Act. Man, Turkey's bad enough. You don't know who's going to come behind them to try to exploit that thing. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. And I'm not surprised, and Tom Brown, not disappointed. I just knew it was going to happen, because that's what they do. They try to solve a problem, and then eventually try to manipulate that sucker, get it back to right where it was, and then take it further in the direction that it came from than it was originally intended. That's what all of these reforms in a capitalist society winds up being. They reform it, and then when they find out, oh, hold on, we're not making enough money, they re-reform it and get back to making the dough. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.